Hello, everyone. It's RPGM and Jabroni Tony again with another RPG Maker game. This time it's another dev submission for this game called Fill Alone. We don't know. I don't know a whole lot about this game. It just kind of came to me over the forums, and it looks like it's a very short game actually. So we won't have too much to say about this game, I guess. I will say,
yeah, I guess it's a submission, right? So
yeah. So this wasn't something that was on our radar that we were looking up. I've actually never heard of this. Although it has like 121 reviews, which is not bad. It is a free game, but it's at least twice as many reviews as my own game, so he's doing better than me, I suppose.
I mean, in the end, they still had to, get 121 to make a game that people felt enough to download in the sea of games, even if it's free, to download it, to play it, to review it. So
Yeah,
something.
it's tough out there. So I guess
Is.
this is like a multi-ending game where you have to like. It says it's an escape room or something. A horror game. So I assume there's like multiple endings, 5 different endings, but one true ending, it says here. So, yeah, I don't know what to think because this review over here says the playtime is 26 minutes and they finished the game and got all the endings, so it's pretty short. It feels like what is the game going to be, like 10 minutes of gameplay?
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah, is it's almost, it's like each ending is a room of the escape room or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
And each room is only a few minutes of a puzzle or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, it's interesting. Gonna be interesting. So, I guess there's not too much to say about this game other than it is RPG Maker, and it does have a different tile set, it looks like, which is nice. These pictures aren't in the same resolution. Okay.
Sure. Yeah, it's like Pokemon. It's not a, what is it, RTP or whatever. So
Yeah, it's like, oh, so it looks like you're in, judging by these screenshots, you're only going to be in one house with only 2 rooms?
that's what I was gonna say. Like,
Oh boy. All
if
right.
they got 5 endings in 26 minutes, it's got to be, each ending is got to be like, you just click a few things and look. And I did play it as escape. There are some, because I've done some real life escape rooms, and one point I went on not YouTube, like Newgrounds or something. This was relatively recent, maybe like within the last 5 years, maybe 10 years, but way after Newgrounds was popular, like in the early 2000s, and I just started playing a bunch of escape room games on Newgrounds, and they're kind of fun.
Hmm.
They can be really simple. Like, one is like you're stuck in a phone booth, and that they're very much around. You look like you can turn your point of view, and you have to click on stuff during in the room. So my guess is this is 5 endings. I mean, 5 endings. That's 26 minutes. That's an average of a little over 5 minutes per ending. So
Yeah. I mean, my guess would be the first playthrough takes like 15 minutes to try to figure everything out. And then you just start skipping everything on the multiple playthroughs and you already know what to do.
that's very possible.
Um,
So it's not really an RPG Maker game or RPG game. It's more just escape room in RPG and Maker Engine, right? Is supposed to
yeah.
be.
So, I mean, it's basically kind of like a point and click game in that sense because RPG
Yes.
Maker game can do that pretty well. It's just there's stuff in the room that you can click on. Like, all right, cool. And then text pops up. Like, that's very easy for RPG Maker to do.
Sure. At least it's not an RPG Maker game or just a generic RPG. Even if it's super short, hell, maybe it's something different. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Although I will laugh if there's combat and like it's just like default attack. Like, why?
Oh
Why is there
God,
combat? But I guess we'll see.
imagine.
Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this here. I guess we'll just jump right into it, huh?
Sure.
All right. So this is an interesting title screen. We've got 16 by 9, which is nice. No WASD and no options. Why?
No, it's true. New game, quit game.
Yeah, not even continue game. So no saving allowed.
Very short game indeed. Also, the picture seems kind of low res.
Yeah, it's
It's just blown up low
intentionally fuzzy. Yeah, I
Okay.
guess it is kind of. I mean, that kind of
Yeah, I
makes
know it's supposed to be a
sense.
little bit weird, but yeah, it does feel like a small picture dragged very big.
Yeah, it might be that instead of emulating the
filter.
effect of looking at a light that's very close.
Yeah.
This music is not horror, though. I don't. Sounds very hopeful.
Yeah, it does.
So that's kind of weird. All right, let's just press new game here. Controls. No was. Take that. Just put a message that says take that.
We taking that score down, baby.
Oh yeah, I guess this is something. Mentions and instances of suicide that may upset some players. Okie dokie. Phone ring. I want to go out with my friends today, but I need to clean my house first. I wrote all my tasks down. Let me check my computer. Oh, I'm not even doing anything. All right.
No.
Fix the clock. Water the plant. Pick up the painting on the floor. Destroy the magazines? Destroy them?
Destroy.
Maybe there will be combat. We'll fight the magazines with a sword. Let's do this. If you don't know what to do, try interacting with everything and anything. I guess that's a good tip. Alright, so this looks like magazines. I did it. I don't need magazines now that I have my new phone.
Got him.
Okay, that was faded out for some reason. What was the other things I said to do? I hate pictures depicting nature. They are so dull. Okay. Action? Okay. Thought you were gonna say sexy girls or something.
Oh yeah.
Why is this locked? Oh, okay. Time never stops until you die. Or maybe one doesn't die. Phil seems kind of like a moron. I don't know why, but I feel that someone is, like, watching me?
Horror.
Oh man, the horror. This soft, gentle music. Luke in? Don't know what that could be a reference to.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the reference as well.
Here are my meds. Take your meds! I can't open the menu to take the meds. I hate that I own a lot of stupid things. I hate that you have your clothes drawer outside in the living room.
Yes. Yeah, it makes no sense. I guess it's it's like a one bedroom, I don't know. But it should be in his bedroom,
yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should burn this? Presents and more presents. Okay. Seems like things are... This is supposed to be a computer, but it's like a plant. Oh, plant. Pick up and destroy the magazines. Okay, once I water the plant, I'm done. The plant is almost dead. Okay.
Picture?
No, I did that. Well, now it's time to...
There we go.
What is this? Oh, no. Did you see his walking animation had like a stray pixel?
I missed that.
Whoops. Why?
This is the guy in the cover. He's in a suit.
Why? Can't I move? I can't move!
I can't move.
Who are you? Oh, I guess I died.
Picture? Oh, here we go.
What the hell is going on? Wait, it's still day one. Maybe I'm inside a loop. But how am I going to get out? Okay. Escape the death loop. Nothing obscure at the windows, but I would never check all of them. What? Am I just dreaming? I know that people die in their sleep. What if this is just a dream? Yeah, sleep. Victory! This is one of the endings, right? You just died in your sleep. Congratulations, you got the go to sleep ending. I did it. I got one of the endings. Speedrun! Wait, but the game is still going. Oh. I guess that's convenient. Since, I mean, mostly because you don't have a way to save, so you can't get back. You'd have to go through the intro again. Don't interact with the windows, he says. So interact with all the windows. Okay. I did check all the windows. Oh man, the variable went up to 3. Something's gonna happen now. Can I move? Can I move? I don't know, can you? You can't kill me if I am already dead. What? Kill yourself.
This is the whole game. This is just... just such a weird game. What the hell? Just totally a visual novel.
I feel like I'm going to beat this in faster than 25 minutes.
Okay.
I've already got 2 endings.
I guess it's beating it all 5 endings. I don't know.
I assume there's one good ending. Can I just leave? This is the front door right here, right? What do you mean you can't go out now? Why not?
Let me out.
Feels kind of stupid, huh? Alright, what's this? Try to release yourself from the old things. You don't need that old painting and those magazines. Okay, but I already did that before. Oh, wait. We don't need this, he said. The clock. Yeah. The correct answer is...
What about it?
Found a piece of paper. If you did something and it went wrong, why do the same thing again? You have to change something. Okay. Okay. I hate this kind of book. Why did someone make a book with 5 different endings? Well, at least one of them is the real one.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So what? Do I go to each window and then don't kill myself? Okay. Let's try that.
Don't do it.
Oh. I didn't try to fix the clock. Okay. Watching me? Time to die.
Here we go.
Can I move?
I can't move.
You can't kill me if I'm already dead.
Oh my god.
Okay.
False choice, huh?
False choice. Alright, well, we got the same ending, because I thought doing the other thing would result in something. So, I guess I didn't realize that that ringing was a alarm and not a phone. Because when I first heard it, I thought it was a phone. I'm just now like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oops,
no.
I pressed like Z instead of Shift. Why try to time never stops until you die? So don't fix the clock. So I'm gonna guess then the idea is we have to like do some of the things but not all of them, and then either sleep or check the windows. Water the plant, right? What does it say about watering the plant? Doesn't say anything. All right. Plant is dying. Oh, did I accidentally? I did all the things, so it just loops. Whoops. Whoops.
Find that guy in a suit. What he's gonna say?
It's gonna be the same, right?
Probably.
Oh, please not again. So at least. Oh, okay. So that's one of the endings. All right. So is that 3 out of 5 now? Endings?
Guess so.
So don't fix the clock, but destroy the magazine and fix the painting. Okay. And then what, we leave? I'm gonna leave. Why isn't leaving the answer? I just want to leave. Just go outside. There's nothing stopping you from going outside. At least you're not saying that there is. Oops. Well, I was actually just trying to... Well, I guess that answers that one. I was going to select don't sleep. Do things and then don't do things. Like, is there anything you can think of? I guess I could click on everything again. I thought I clicked on everything again by now. I would never check all of them. Okay, so check some of them. Who put this here? Inside, you found a little note. Don't burn the closet down. Only do so if you want to die. I am warning you. What?
Hey, you're making progress.
Never check all of them. So I feel like we're supposed to destroy the magazines and remove the painting. And then check some of the windows. But then what? After that. Like watching me. Ugh. Okay. Alright. Okay. It's magazines. Right. Not really sure how to prompt this ending now. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't realize these were
Oh, they're separate. Yeah.
separate.
The winners. Was it the magazines? The correct answer is the magazine.
Yeah, correct
And
answer
then
is
the
the
wrong
magazines.
answer is the log.
Okay. So destroy the magazines. And think calmly. Okay, but there's not an option. It's just sleep. Don't sleep! But I will take a nap.
Oh, forces it.
If you could stop time, no one would have to die. If something died, perhaps you could live.
The plants? No, the magazines. I don't know.
Yeah, the plant dies, I guess. So that was something different and not an ending. So that's something.
Yes.
Time never stops until you die. It doesn't die. So what? Fix the fucking. Don't water the plant so that it dies. Oh.
Okay, that's a funny thing to assume.
Someone's inside.
I locked my cupboard. Someone must be inside. Oh,
what should I do?
This is new, right? Yeah. It's actually progressing dialogue between.
If I had a lighter. Oh, really? But it said not to do this, but I guess we'll try it anyway.
Set it on fire.
Yeah. Burn it. Time to die, asshole. Everything will end now. You burn down your own house. I can't move. He's coming out. Closet ending. Okay. So that's 4 to 5. So there's only one ending left.
Getting there.
Alright. I didn't think we'd get all the endings, but I guess we will.
I figured we might as well. That's such a short game.
Yeah. Time never stops. Maybe one doesn't die. Don't burn the closet down, yeah. You were right, I shouldn't have burned the closet down. The picture. I wonder if I need the lighter to destroy these instead of destroying them with my bare hands or something stupid like that.
With my bare hands?
I don't
smoke. Oh, you can't. I was gonna say you can't take it until
I can't burn the plant.
You didn't take the lighter. That's the thing. You just said there's a lighter, but you didn't get the option to take it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have to get that option by talking to the thing.
Yeah.
There's a person in here. Good. Oh, I thought maybe it'd be different from being at a different section. Okay. You have to change something. I try to relax and think calmly. Oh, am I supposed to? Do I have to do that?
I think so. I think you have to maybe go back and.
You know, it'd be nice if this selection didn't auto choose the first option, so I could hold spacebar to skip it. Otherwise, I'll accidentally pick the first one.
Huh.
If something died, perhaps you could live. Okay, so can I burn the plant down? Oh, I have? Okay.
No.
Oh, do I have to actually choose? Oh.
You said don't. Oh, you said don't fix. So you actually broke it more.
Yeah.
Is this ending 5?
Yeah. What? You did it. You defeated the clock. What happened? Okay, so that was the default balloon animation, but it's not the same pixel resolution as the rest of the game.
Well,
It's like, ugh. I am free.
it's like this game.
Let's go meet everyone. Okay. I thought we were gonna have a little celebration or something. He left the house. How dare he? He's a genius. The end. ... Okay, sure. For now.
Oh. More game? Oh, that's it. We did it.
Wow. Whoa, that was too fast to read. I didn't press anything. That's a lot of people there thinking.
What are they just...
True
you got
ending.
the true ending.
I did it. Alright. That was...
That's it.
We actually did it faster than the other person. I think we did it under 20 minutes.
We're so fast.
So fast. Speedrunning.
Oh, shit.
Amazing. We're the best game players ever. Alright, I guess we review this game.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Like, I don't know, around 20 minutes.
What do we even say about it?
What do we even say about this?
Barely a game. Technically a game.
Technically a game. You can click on things. I guess I didn't read if this was like a game jam game or something. It felt like one because it was so short. I'm a little perplexed by the positive reviews, to be honest. Because, I mean, I read some of the reviews, and some of them were pretty harsh. I guess I could show that, where they're just like,
pretty high up on them.
This game is lacking everything it needs to be a game. And it's not a waste of your time, but it's a waste of your, or not a waste of your money, but it's a waste of your time. It's a good concept. Execution needs some work. Yeah, like I feel like this game kind of misses the mark on everything.
Yes.
Because there's no story, there's no horror, there's no puzzle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the biggest, I guess this is very general, but this is the feeling I was getting, is that I like the idea. It seems like a cool idea, playing doing the kind of escape room thingy, and I like the idea of it, but it's just it's so incomplete, and there's so little to it.
Yeah.
So if only Yeah, there's not much to it. Because I want to talk about, as I was playing, I'm like, man, I like escape rooms, and I'm sitting there like watching this. I go, if this was a full game, maybe multiple areas or a bigger area, and the puzzles, the puzzles were more about solving something, like a actual fun puzzle, versus a almost process of elimination style. So if they made the puzzles more puzzly, almost like Resident Evil puzzles that are not the key fetching ones, but the actual, like mini game ones. And then if it was a bigger, more complete, and a more coherent story narrative, also, I could definitely see this game being really solid, honestly.
Yeah, that's a long way to
Uh,
go for.
but yeah, at this point, it wouldn't be this game that it's good, right? It'd be I like the idea of it, but
Yeah,
um,
because yeah, I've only done one escape room once, and I just remember a lot of things where it's like, there is like that concept of like trying to find the thing. Sometimes it would be something as simple as like, oh, there's a key underneath this piece of furniture, and you need it to open the door to go to the next area. But other times it would be like you would notice like, oh, inside the door there's like a little um, nook, and like inside that nook is like a little locked thing that has like um, a code on it. But then you have to get the code based on like some riddle or something.
correct.
So like there's multiple parts that there needs to be where it's like you find the thing, but then you still don't know how to like open it and stuff. It's lots of stuff they have to do.
Yes. So I think the best way to put it is I don't want to say this game was even close to any of that. It wasn't. The rough idea of just using RPG Maker or using a simple engine and making an escape room game, I think is a cool idea on
Yeah,
that most basic level. But the actual game itself was so far from that it would just be at this point it would be. I mean, obviously you can just expand on the project, but yeah, the rough idea of what they're trying to do, but the game is so far from is lacking so much that I don't even want to say like, oh, it's almost there. It would be a completely different product to actually turn this into a good escape room game. That I guess that's the best way I could put it. So
yeah. It needs needs to be actual puzzles and not just clicking on. I mean, I guess you can brute force um, escape rooms to some degree. Like you can just look at everything and try to find every little secret hidden thing that they've hidden in the room without actually doing the riddles and stuff. But ideally, you have like riddles and clues and stuff you're supposed to go through to try to figure out where things are.
yeah,
I think that's the more interesting part, not the pixel hunt of going through the room trying to brute force it.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. The game itself was just very yeah, it missed the mark on again, the concept is exact. Yeah, I mean, trying to explain, but yeah, it missed the mark. It's the concept of making an escape room game is cool, but this is didn't have any of what makes an escape room cool. It just was an escape room, but it wasn't. It lacked all the puzzles, the thinking. It was just a pixel hunt. It was just a process elimination. So it's hard to call it even a game, really. Honestly, it's one of the
Yeah,
guys people said. So,
yeah.
but
So I
cool
mean,
was one of our most unique submissions. So,
yeah, that's true. We haven't gotten any games claiming to be a point and click yet, though. I definitely know there's people who have made point and clicks, and a lot of people have made horror. It's funny that we haven't done many horror RPG Maker games. This one, really, I struggle to call it a horror because, like, you just that's another thing where it's like it just completely doesn't offer any horror other than I can't move, I'm dead apparently.
yeah, exactly. There wasn't enough around. You can tell based on like the screen shakes and the message, the words and stuff that was supposed to try to be scary, but there wasn't enough around it to actually be scary because not enough was established and yeah, I don't even know who the guy in the suit really was and like what is this time loop? Who cares?
Yeah,
It's so even the most basic sense of like, oh, this is spooky, but I don't even really know the story well enough to understand what I'm supposed to be scared of. It just the story was so bare bones. It was you're stuck in a time loop, but like you don't know who you are, you don't know who that guy is, you don't know. Like I guess it's one of those things that a lot of people when writers they'll they can't figure out a good way to write something so that they'll to invoke emotion by good establishment, so they'll just try to prey on general things. For example, Hollywood does this too, so it's not good writing, but everyone does it. I wish people would stop doing it, but they'll try to introduce a character that has a hard backbeat story, like, oh, this person lost their daughter, and they want you to just out the gate feel bad for this character, even though you don't know, you've never seen them interact with their daughter, you've never seen their daughter, there's nothing, and they're just preying on the heartstrings that, oh, well, people understand that parents don't like to lose their kids. Like, okay, fine, but you have to build that up, even if people. And so it's like a cheater way to actually get good to do writing. It's not good writing. It's just a cheater way to try to force an emotional response. I felt that was this with this game. Like a lot of the scary stuff was very, oh, it's spooky because you don't know what's going on, and this guy's like appearing in your house, and he's like, kill yourself. But I don't. What's the context? Some guy in a room. Like, who cares? So
Yeah, no context, no nothing. He just shows up.
Yep.
And there's no animations or anything either. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if they at least had like that part, I could be like, oh, okay, it's a horror based on like, just slasher gore and whatever. But like, didn't even have that. It's I understand that's the hard part is doing animations and stuff, but if you don't have that stuff, then you need to rely on writing and I guess, well, sounds. But I mean, there's plenty of like free sounds online you can find to like try to build atmosphere and stuff.
Yeah.
Build tension.
100%. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm supposed to be scared of with the guy. I don't even know. It's I guess he tells you to kill yourself. I guess, but
yeah,
whatever. I mean.
So I mean, for me, I'm kind of saying like a 1 for gameplay, like because you click on things like.
Barely. I was gonna go with a 1. Yes, I was gonna say 1 also. Yeah, you don't really do anything. You just walk around, click, and then finish the game in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and there's no real solving of anything. You just run around and click on things until it tells you, oh, you've got an ending. It's like, okay.
Don't do don't do the other thing. Yeah, don't do the same thing. Like it's just pure process elimination.
Why is this an ending? Why did this happen?
Yep, exactly.
Narrative we kind of already talked about, which was that there really wasn't one. It's like there was no story thought up at all. It's just like, oh, I want to go around and live my life, but I guess I'm gonna die by this evil person. Yeah. We don't have any kind of character or establishment or dialogue or or motivation for the. I mean, I guess that's the thing about horrors. There's always like this. Oh, it's just a force of nature. You don't know what's going on, but like, I guess if that's the deal, then you kind of have to figure out how to make that make sense. Like, make it like if we're going with a suicide theme, right? I think you'd have to have some sort of tension that like parallels like, the anxiety and stuff that people with manic depression or whatever feel. That's just like for no reason, like the paranoia. Usually horror stuff that does that kind of topic, they'll be like they go the angle of you're asking the question of, is this actually happening or is this just all in their head? Because it doesn't make sense, and that's kind of what's scary. But here it doesn't make sense because it's just oh no, the spooky has arrived. Get ready to die.
Exactly. There's no context really. There's no. It's just be scary that you're like, but it's like I can't tell if this is like some warp world or whatever, or exactly. It's just it's scary because you're gonna die. It's like, but I don't even know what's going on. Is it really that scary? Yeah. So, yeah, it's hit the mark there or missed the mark there. I mean, I felt like there's potential, but I don't know. I want to give it a little bit better in that, there's a little bit of potential for something. So, I don't know, 1.5, 2?
1.52. I was actually going to go less.
That's what I thought. That's what I'm saying. Like, I figured you're thinking of like a 0 pretty much. So
you're the one turning face here. Jeez.
I know. I didn't look at that. I just felt there was some potential for, it wasn't just like a general fantasy story, right? There was actually some potential. And I agree in that, if they didn't do the potential, this is a complete product. But I guess I feel it's better. It's still better, even if it wasn't very good and didn't really hit its mark. I still feel it's better than generic fantasy RPG story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it didn't
So
waste our time, so it gets points for that.
that's true. Didn't have to read through a bunch of dialogue of like the great evil is fighting, and we have to get the Knights of Light or something. You know. So that yeah, I do want to keep it low because it there really wasn't much story, but I do like that it wasn't it wasn't just the same old fantasy story, and there was something potentially there. Obviously, in this product is such a small project that it won't be fulfilled here, but I kind of I liked the of what it could have been, and in a sense, I want to give it a little bit of score because it did give enough to make me think about what it could have been.
What
If
it
that
could
makes
have been. Oh
so,
wow.
I want to give it more than. So I don't know, 1 or 0. What do you want to do?
I guess I could be swayed to give it a 1, but
Point
I
five.
really, I
All
really don't know about a 1.5 or a 2. Like,
right. What do you think? What about 0?
if you
I
want
mean,
to,
what about point 0.5? Sorry, I meant point 0.5.
oh, I
Or
mean,
do you want to do 1?
I would
1
be,
is fine.
I would be okay with giving it a 0.5. Honestly, that was probably what I was gonna give
Sure.
it. But if you want to give
I
them some sort of point for some reason, then I guess we'll give them
Yes, mostly because it's not a generic fantasy RPG. So
that.
that gives me some hope. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right.
All right. Well, audio. So it was all RTP audio as far as I could tell, and there's definitely times when it felt like there wasn't enough audio, and the music didn't seem to be like the right type of music at times.
Do do do.
Yeah, it's like
Do do do.
some fun little, music.
Sure. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about the audio. I really didn't feel anything about it. It just was. So
Yeah, so I'm kind of, I don't know, thinking like 1 or 2 or maybe 1.5 because I don't know, it just felt like there were times where it's too quiet, I guess, and like it felt like it was
I think it's
missing
part of it
sounds.
too. Yeah.
You think it's more of a 2?
Uh, no. I was saying I didn't really hear it. Like I didn't really get that much. Yeah, hear it that well. Anyway, like I didn't feel impacted by the music much. So I agree in giving it a low score.
Yeah. I will say it was
Yeah.
nice that the game audio was low. There was no option to change the audio, which is baffling. Um, but I didn't have to go in the mixer and like fix the audio so it doesn't deafen us. That's nice.
Yeah.
But it's also pretty quiet. Um, which I don't know. I guess you could call the game chill, but are horror games supposed to be chill? Like,
Yeah. It just feels so. And yeah, the music is. It was so not really outside of that one main theme. I really didn't notice anything else, honestly. So
yeah,
it's almost like hard to give it a score, anything because I barely was there. I did barely notice it. So
yeah. All
all
right.
right,
So
yeah,
visuals. I mean, they
not
had
RTP.
not RTP, so there's that. They had some different tile set. That was, I guess, meant to look like NES or something.
Pokemon,
Yeah, like
Earthbound.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah,
So that was nice, I guess. But other than that, there was like no portraits or animations of any kind.
yeah, and the title screen. I mean, maybe it was supposed to be fuzzy, but it looked like a pulled up low res picture. Knowing RPGMaker, that's my assumption. That's probably what it was.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
the screen
yeah.
resolution wasn't 1080p. I had full screened it, so that might have stretched it a little bit. But
Oh, well.
um,
I want to give them points though for not using RTP.
how
That's a
many?
big.
How can we give them? How much points can we give them for that?
I know. I'm trying to think of what's an RPTP game that what's a score we gave. Let's see.
They always had something that like made it more visually appealing.
Yeah.
Even Dime a Dozen had like character portraits. So like, um, so I'm just like,
Mm,
I mean, for me, it's like a 2 or 3, I would say.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm leaning toward this. It's like because it still wasn't good art. Like even if it was not RTP, it still wasn't amazing quality art or anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of,
So
Which brings me to the other thing, which is mapping, which was pretty basic. It was just like placing some blocks, and then you were done. And it was only one room, which really made it. I think that was the main thing that made it feel like a game jam game. Because there's like, I know there's a game jam game. It's like a one map game jam game.
Yeah.
Type challenge. And I get that it's an escape room and all that, but like, man, you could have. You don't have to make one room. You could make it spend more time on the mapping. I don't know.
Yeah.
And like I mean, I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be. It's just weird. Like, why are the? I guess that's why it felt so jank to me. Is that they had those drawers. I was just out in the living room, just like in the center of the living room. Just felt like, oh, I ran out of room for this. It's like, what?
It's like a not studio apartment. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they couldn't decide how to like fill the space of the room, so they just put a bunch of drawers in the middle of nowhere.
This is true.
So for me, the mapping's pretty low. I probably, wow, yeah,
We're getting a lot of low score, but yeah, nothing venture, nothing gained. Honestly, it's such a basic mapping. And
I might have to go with the 1 then if I'm going off of how we scored mapping in the past. It's like all these games had better mapping than this.
sure.
So I don't know. I'm at a 1. I don't know about you.
It being such a small game, it's almost like, yeah, how could it score well, right? It's like way too small of a game to even score well because yeah, it's like almost no mapping. So
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, whatever. Let's do that. Let's do
Yeah.
one.
Whatever. Technical is gonna be. I mean, I actually thought there was gonna be worse, more noticeable translation errors, but there wasn't that because the writing just felt like. I mean, I guess there was certain stuff that were like destroy the magazines. Like with what? Your bare hands? Like what?
Yeah. Like punch him, yeah.
But
Yeah, and it definitely had the writing was just, it's very it's almost like the whole talking out loud to the audience knows what's going on vibe. I am going to go do this now because of this,
yeah.
Like, okay, you're the only one here. So, and then the whole my cabinet's locked. Is someone hiding in there? That is like the last thing I think of when I lock one of the things in my house. I guess the guy maybe was self-aware that that he was in. There was someone haunting him because he kept talking about, oh, someone's looking at me, or
Yeah.
it's a weird thing to say. So
Weird things to say, and yeah, the only technical thing that this game did was it changed the main screen to not have an options button and added an exit button. Oh yeah, and also
yeah,
remove the continue button because there's no saving.
yeah.
But like, that's not really anything.
Let's
So yeah,
see. Yeah, overall though it did. Yeah, it did nothing venture, nothing gain. It's gonna be a low score again too, probably.
yeah,
No risk taken. No RTP. So
we could give it
he's
like a 1 or a 2 or something because I don't. There's no noticeable bugs. I guess that is worth something.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
because
exactly.
but because there's like no features, it's like, well, yeah, there's no bugs because you
No feature.
can't like turn in a blank sheet of paper and be like, look, it has no bugs.
No wrong answer. Yeah, nothing venture, nothing gained. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
so, I don't know. 2, I think, is
All
what
right.
I would say. I don't know about you. So yeah, value. I guess you might say that it's 5 because it's free and it doesn't waste their time. But at the end of it all, I just kind of feel like I clicked on a few things and the game was over. So I still don't necessarily feel like I got my time's worth. Maybe so. I might even say like 3 here.
Yeah, is it better than looking at a wall? Is the litmus test. Yeah, it really wasn't a game. I mean, it barely was. It's more like a point and click, I don't know, choose your adventure short story, I guess. Yeah, I would say we can give it lower because it was such a short game. That does affect value a little bit, I'd say. So
Hmm.
sure, we can give it a 3. I'm fine with that.
3. I'm typing in the wrong window. 3. All right. So impression. I'm gonna be honest. Mine's probably gonna be just. I'm gonna be a little harsh here. I might just go as far as F minus personally.
Ooh. All right.
I don't know if I'm making you be the good guy again.
I know. I'm like looking. Oh man, I've been nice the past few times. I'm like trying not to think of. I got to be lower this time.
What if I'm F minus plus?
I was F minus minus. But it's not as bad as Ballad of Randolph. Not even
No,
close.
no. Battle of Radoff was insulting and it charged money, so.
Exactly. I'll give it a flat F.
Oh, wow.
I'm such a nice guy.
So, you're such a nice guy, man. I mean, it's still an F, but yeah.
Yeah.
Flip-flop from something like cream soda.
The biggest thing is it's not really a game.
Yeah.
It's hard to even judge it at this point. It's not even really a game, honestly. So
it's barely anything. In fact, the note I was going to write is I clicked on 5 things and it said I won.
And that is an accurate description. So.
Because
We did it.
I mean, 5 is an exaggeration, of course, but like that's what it feels like in my mind. Oh, I clicked on a few things, and then the game's like, "You did it." It's like, okay,
You're good. You win. Go away. I think it's fair. I mean, that's kind of what it was. Yeah, it's really hard to say that it was a game. I mean, that's all there is to it. It was technically a game, but it just more so felt like just, I don't know, an interactive story that just kind of sports story that just kind of was and then wasn't. You know, it just didn't feel like an experience. You know, it just that's all it was. So got to give it a low score, and then nothing risked, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So
yeah, it was kind of shocking. 'Cause a lot of it just felt like, "Hello, welcome to game. Click on thing. Okay, you did it."
you're good.
Like,
And there wasn't enough to really explain yet. It's there's this guy and you're danger kind of, but that's all. You know, there could have been so much more with like, oh, someone's looking at me, and then a piece of art pops up, a creepy piece of art pops up, right, with some guy hiding behind a bush looking at you.
yeah,
Stuff like that could have been so much more.
stuff could have happened.
Exactly, and it
Either
sounds funny, but that's 100% what we're
like
saying.
either reinforce the horror or reinforce the gameplay of having actual puzzles, preferably both. Um, or at the very least have some sort of like cool thing. Like you could still if you showed off like cool animations or cool audio design. Because I feel like a lot of these RPG Maker horror games, even though we haven't played any, from what I get the impression of, there are a lot of like, oh, I have a lighting mod. You have to walk through this dark room, and then boom, something jumps out at you with like a loud noise. It's like it's cheap, but it's something.
It's something.
And this feels like nothing.
Yep. It's as the earlier you get the glimpses of something that could be interesting, but nothing ever happens, and the project is complete, so nothing will happen.
Yeah. And that's it. That's the whole game.
That's the whole game.
Not even sure we can say anything more on this game. Is like otherwise we're going to talk longer than the game is. I think we
That's
already
true.
have.
Yeah, I got really nothing else to
All
say.
right. I guess we'll just call it then. See you guys next time.
See you guys.
Yeah.
We did it.